This audio is used for the transcriber test at GoTranscript.
Let's talk a lot more about numbers, shall we? Like all transcription companies, GoTranscript has some specific rules about how numbers are supposed to be formatted. Some of their requirements are different than those of other companies, which is why we keep telling you to keep those GoTranscript guidelines handy rather than just trying to remember them all. For example, there's this thing called the combination rule. Normally, you should spell out numbers that are less than 10. However, if there's more than one number in the same sentence, and one of those numbers is 10 or higher, then all of the numbers describing that same thing should be numerals rather than words. That means that if I say that 9 out of 10 people will do this or that, you should type the numerals 9 and 10 rather than spelling them out in words. However, if all of the numbers are lower than 10, you should spell out the numerals. So if I say 3 out of 5 transcribers wouldn't look at the guidelines if their life depended on it, you'd spell out the numerals 3 and 5. Another thing to be aware of with numbers is that sometimes there are different ways to write the exact same numbers depending on the context. And this is especially the case with an era like the 60s versus someone's age being in their 60s. One of those numbers will have an apostrophe in front of it, and the other one won't. I'm not going to tell you which is which, as part of this test is for you to find that out for yourself. Times of day are another type of number that can be confusing even to long-time transcribers. Let's say I tell you that I got up at 5 a.m. yesterday, but got up at 6 o'clock today. Now, in one case, you should use numerals, but in another case, you should use words. Which one is correct? Well, you better look it up in the guidelines, because the answer is right there. Finally, sometimes a speaker will make reference to a verse from the Bible, such as, John 3:16. That's the verse that's usually held up on signs at football games, or at least they used to be before the COVID pandemic. I don't know if people still do that, but if they do, and a speaker comments on it, make sure you know how to write it correctly.
This audio is used for the transcriber test at GoTranscript.